Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. This is the home of the Mile High Property Brothers. Today, we're gonna be staying inside. It is super windy. We'll be talking about some of the hottest new build communities in Colorado, and ironically, a lot of them are right here in Castle Rock / Castle Pines, where myself and my family just moved. So we're gonna stay here at my house. Eli's inside getting ready. We're gonna have a good time. Stay tuned, buckle up, a lot to go over. We would love more to help you with those real estate needs. So that number that's popping up below. We are the guys who answer the phone calls, text messages, and those emails. So if there's something we can do to help you guys, we would love to do that. But without further ado, let's talk about it. It's been a huge topic in Colorado, as it should be, because we've got a ton of people that are moving here. Pre-existing homes, still amazing. However, the new build communities that are coming to Colorado and being developed, top notch. And we've been out of state, we travel, we do different things for work, we've seen a ton. It's hard to beat the new developments here in Colorado, specifically some of the top ones. Today, we've picked a specific location to go in detail with. We will be bringing you guys more over time, but today, the main one is gonna be the Canyons at Castle Pines.
Now, diving into it, guys, one of the main reasons we are so excited to talk about the Canyons at Castle Pines is because it is not like just any other new build community that you will see here in Colorado.
Correct.
Specifically, this one is more resort style. And what do we mean by that? That means there are a lot more included amenities that almost make it more of a place where you just don't even really have to leave if you don't want to.
Correct. And before we get too much into detail on that, let's just give you guys a proximity as far as where Castle Pines is. So if you guys are familiar with Castle Rock and you guys are familiar with my clock analysis, if Denver's right in the center, Castle Rock is going to be I-25 South, directly on your 6 o'clock location on a clock. Castle Pines would be just north of Castle Rock, which is great. Proximity wise, you can go down south and you can hit outlet malls. We'll get into that. You can go north into DCC or Denver, but just to give you guys an idea of Castle Pines, it's amazing territory, amazing views. So when you talk about bringing a resort style living into that type of landscape, I'm not sure if it's ever been done before as far as how they're doing it, but probably not a better place to do it.
One of the overarching themes that they have for the community itself is close enough but far enough. And that's a perfect description for this because, guys, you are just south of Lone Tree, which is like one of the best shopping centers that you have in all of Colorado with Park Meadows Mall and all the stores and shops that are around there. You're probably 5 to 7 minutes from that. And then you go down south 5 minutes, and like Will said, you're in Castle Rock, out the outlet stores, the Whole Foods that's there, everything you could need.
Whole Foods, by the way, super underappreciated for like their hot bar, like their hot lunch, their hot bar.
Yeah, I know.
As well as like their baked goods, their cakes, their cupcakes. I bought like 20 pounds of it yesterday. So I will say, if I'm giving you guys my personal advice now, since I have recently moved down to Castle Rock, I'm on the north part of Castle Rock, almost touching literally Castle Pines. So if you guys are moving to Castle Pines, you're very close to me. I will say personally, I do love going down into Castle Rock as far as shopping because the brand new King Soopers that's there, the huge 24-hour fitness as far as working out, and the Whole Foods that is there is gigantic. Now you can go north into Lone Tree. You can also take Matzenbacher Road, the back way into Parker, and you can hit like the super south end of Parker. They've got some King Soopers, a couple car washes, gas stations, a little bit more low key. Sometimes it's less populated, so if it's super busy on a weekend and you don't want to hit the outlets or Castle Rock, you can take your back way into Parker. But I will say, just pound for pound, bang for buck, that Whole Foods,
it's true.
That King Soopers there,
it's true.
Super
now,
good.
If we're giving Whole Foods credit, the ladies out there will appreciate this. You're probably about 5 minutes from a great super Target that is located just in Lone Tree. It's one of the best Targets I've ever been to.
Listen, I'm a dad. Dads, if you're watching, guys, if you're watching, we love Target just as much as the ladies do.
That's true.
We probably don't admit it. We're just going to put it on the record right now. Super cool.
Oh, God, I hope someone walks up soon so I can say, welcome to Target. I just want to say, welcome to Target.
Great. And their toys. Amazing.
All right, diving back into the Canyons at Castle Pines, we've got 5 primary builders that are building over there. And let's go over those. What do we got?
Yep, so you've got Berkeley, you've got KB, you've got Shea, you've got TriPoint, you've got Toll Brothers, and you've got Infinity.
That's right.
And I've got a list, so no, I didn't remember them all. We've got a list, but specifically, let's dive into that. TriPoint is one of my favorites. They are a smaller builder, semi-custom. I'm not sure if they do full customs, but semi-custom builds. What I like about them is their appeal. I'm pretty sure they're like a California-oriented or California-started builder.
Yeah.
Their style, amazing. The way that like they create those sliding walls that open up for entertainment. Some of the other builders are starting to do that now, so don't quote me. It's not like it's just a TriPoint thing, but they were super tip of the spear when it came to Colorado and some of the fresh looks, different layouts, entertainment spaces where inside turned into outside by moving entire walls. A lot of fun, and price point still super competitive as far as like the product that you guys get.
Now, a lot of the other homes that you see out here will be kind of that very popular style right now of the modern farmhouse, Chip and Joanna Gaines style house.
Along with like modern contemporary.
Along with modern contemporary, thanks to Infinity builders out there. And you may have seen our previous video that we did on what will 2 million get you in Castle Pines. We featured Infinity Homes specifically in that one, and they bring a very, very, very fresh look to this whole community and Colorado in general.
Yeah, and like the TriPoint being just a little bit more like modern, California, fresh look. You've got Toll Brothers that's out there. Toll Brothers is an amazing builder. We've done a ton and a ton. We've probably done more than 20, 25 of our personal clients from YouTube alone in the past year and a half that ended up buying Toll Brother homes. Amazing. We've never had a problem with them, knock on wood. But they're great.
So good.
But that's where a lot of like your modern farmhouse style comes from. Is like Toll Brothers. I think they're starting to get into
Shea
some
Homes
of that.
as well.
Yeah, that modern contemporary. But Shea is great because I'm pretty sure Shea does like the black and white.
Yeah, they do.
Contrast looks like a lot of great stuff there.
The first things that you'll notice when you're coming here to visit or you're going to look at homes with us when we're pulling into the canyons at Castle Pines is this building called the Exchange. Now, you can call this a welcome center, but really what it is, that would not be doing it justice. It is a phenomenal coffee shop. They've got great breakfast food. They've got great lunch. And then even at dinner time, you can go there, you can get a nice dinner, you can get a glass of wine and really just hang out on the patio with your friends and family.
They just get it. For example, they do avocado toast. If you've ever
loves avocado
If you've
toast.
ever had avocado toast, like it sounds like the most uneventful thing that you could eat, but for some reason it hits the spot. It feels you great for a day. Yeah, they get it.
Get a little
Great
hipster
stuff.
cuisine there. Yeah,
Great
they
stuff.
get it. And the Exchange is open to the public. You don't need to be a member of that community. So if you are coming just to look at homes, that is going to be a great place for you to stop by.
Correct, and that's like your main source as far as like as you guys are coming into the community. But as that ripple effect away from the Exchange, you've got horses that are going to be out there.
Yeah.
Right,
Yep.
like they're
tons of open space.
They're creating open space, but also like farmland space where you guys can go. I'm not sure if you can ride the horses, but they're creating actual like wildlife areas. Whereas you guys come in, hey, there's some horses there. I don't think they're doing cattle. Don't say cattle because
no cattle.
But if you guys want cattle and you want to smell cattle, go to Greeley. Maybe we'll do a Greeley video one day. That's up north, but. Really cool on the atmosphere because how they design that. The pool, the lounge area that's coming, also super cool as far as like outside event space and just you guys enjoying Colorado atmospherics while not being too far off the beaten path.
Yeah, so as far as the phase that they're in there, there's a ton of builds going on right now, but they are still just scratching the surface in terms of the phases that they have to go. So this is easily going to be a 10, 15 year, 20 year project as this place continues to build out. But very quickly, what you will be starting to see, they've already built the pool, which is a phenomenal, massive pool that's going to be great for the family that is going to be back opened up here as soon as we're coming into springtime. They're also going to be building a bar and grill separate from the Exchange. So this is going to be a little more adult style. Still, I think they're keeping it family friendly, but top quality chefs there, top quality food and bars and beverage and event space. So really when we say resort style amenities, this is exactly what we're talking about.
A lot of your new build communities, like if you go into like Southeast Auroras, Highlands Ranches, even some parts of Castle Rock, they've done a great job. However, adding like the bar and grill and event space out there is like something that's a little bit more modern. And the reason why we enjoy that, guys, is because we've seen a lot of folks move into great communities. We've lived and been a part of great communities, but how often do you go to the event center that's the pool? Like for example, South Shore in Southeast Aurora, amazing. And they've got a brand new development out there that's got an even newer pool and community center. it's nice when they add the food and
yeah.
like the bar and grill, almost like Blackstone in Southeast Aurora. They've got a full country club, so people can go eat. And I guess what I'm getting at, long story long here, is we want to get together with neighbors. We want to hang out with neighbors, but how often are we going to go just hang by the pool and watch the kids swim? A lot of times it's kids going and swimming and having fun, and we're at the house cleaning up or catching up on adult stuff. But when they add like the restaurant spaces and event spaces, I feel like when you want to get together with your friends that are coming into town, or that you have that are living in a different area, or you want to get together with some of your neighbors, we do it over having a beer, having a glass of wine, having some food. So if kids are out swimming or playing on the rec stuff, adults now have like a bar and grill to hang out at and actually do that stuff, right? So I just don't think adults use the pool as much as like a bar and grill would be used. Something that they're implementing here at the Canyons. Awesome idea.
It is, and we find that stuff especially useful, and we get this request from a lot of people that are coming here from out of state, that they are looking for these specific community-focused neighborhoods, because when you're coming here from another state, it is such a good way to meet your neighbors, to get ingrained in the community, and really feel a sense of belonging, really from day one of living in Colorado in your new home.
Correct, and like let's expand out just a little bit more, and let's talk about like adventure just in Colorado. You guys are not even an hour, maybe 45 minutes from like North Colorado Springs. So as far as like getting an exercise, going and hiking those mountains, hitting the incline at Manitou Springs, if you feel like going up for an hour, if you're going fast, really cool. But there's mountain biking, there's the Air Force Academy down there in Colorado Springs. You guys can get a tour of the campus and the stadium and things like that. Really cool stuff. You're not too far from 470. But 470 takes you all the way up and north, connecting back on I-25, and you guys can hit either I-25 and go all the way north into like Loveland, Rocky Mountain National Park, or you guys can hit Highway 36 and you guys can connect and go all the way into Boulder and check out Nederland and a couple of other national park areas.
Double backing to nature real quick, literally across I-25, across the street from the Canyons, you have Daniels Park, which in my opinion is one of the most underrated and least known like state parks that we have here. And as you're going through there, you're gonna find legit mountain biking trails that will satisfy any level of mountain biker there is. You can hike those trails, you can walk those trails. So whether you're looking for a good extreme sports style fun or just a good casual walk with your dog or kids in a stroller, Daniels Park, we 100% go check that out.
And that reminds me, let's creep back into the actual community. They've got trails and bike trails and jogging trails and all that stuff inside your neighborhood. So if you don't feel like going to Daniels or anywhere else, you just want to go right outside your back door and enjoy a workout or a nice just Colorado experience while you're walking the dog, you've got plenty of that. Let's talk about just appreciation out there. Let's talk about some price points. Let's
talk
talk
about
the new build process, right? So average right now, 15% plus appreciation in these areas. So for you guys, extraordinarily well. It's only going higher. We kind of compare Colorado to like California in the 1980s. Super up and coming, super popular, super well known. A lot of really cool stuff, infrastructure here, economy-wise here. However, we are still not even close to being full. So even though we're smaller than California, we are still super unincorporated. This build here is, like he said, it'll take 15, 20 years to fill the entire thing. So could be some huge benefits for you guys as far as that process. Douglas County School District.
Yep, very good.
Really good. And taxes out here, 1.1%. So not bad at all as far as like compared to where you guys could be in some of these other areas. I know some spots in Littleton, depending on where you're at or close to the water, it's up to like $25,000 a year. Here, a third of that. So bang for buck as far as like price point. They say it starts in the 700s. You guys will see that marketed. When you get through Design Center and the upgrades that you're gonna want in your homes based off of what builder that you're working with, you're gonna start creeping a little bit closer to like your 800s plus all the way into over $1 million. I think KB is super competitive as far as staying close to that 800 price point.
Yeah, they're more, KB
is like a traditional home. They make a great product and they do keep things super competitive as far as price point, keeping you closer to that in between 700 and 800. If you're getting into Tri-Points, Infinities, and Tolls, Berkeley's, I'm not quite sure on Berkeley's, but Infinity, Tolls for sure, Shea on some of Shea's, but definitely Toll Brothers and Infinity, a little bit higher as far as price points and the custom build that you might want to have.
We've been going through a lot of builds lately here, and I want to say the average tends to be entry-level base price home. After a certain amount of upgrades might be around $950 to $980. You slap a lot premium on top of that. I would say you're in there with a good home with decent amount of upgrades for around 1.2 on average. I would say is a pretty good estimate. And then as far as what that new build process looks like, right now a lot of the builders are doing bidding processes. So every month they're trickling out 2 or 3 homes that are available, put in a bid, we go through the process, it gets accepted or not. Once your bid does get accepted, you're looking at about a 12 to 14 month build.
Right.
And builders right now, they are being very good about sticking to those timelines, hence why they're only dropping out 2 or 3 a month, because they don't want to get behind or too backlogged on projects.
Correct. And just a little food for thought, guys. You know, as much as you might want to think like, how far should we go, like over asking as far as like the land or whatever it may be, it goes over asking price. And like, that's also where like developers make their money as well, right? Like you can only make so much money on supply and labor. And a lot of it is just the land. So if you guys have questions specifically on that, obviously we can help you through that entire process. We've got a lot of connections with these folks that are in the sales process as far as like your sales representatives for each builder. We've also got relationships with the actual developers. And it's not just here at the Canyons, but Southeast Aurora. We've got a great relationship with Toll Brothers. We've had a lot of you guys buying there. So does that matter? Do relationships matter? Absolutely, and we can help you guys with that. I think that's about it. I think we've covered just about everything we can as far as the Canyons that we can think of. The only thing we haven't covered is potentially some of the questions that you guys might have. And just as a reminder, yes, we are licensed brokers here in the state of Colorado. And just as much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you with those real estate needs. That number that's popping back up below. We are the guys who answer the phone calls, text messages, and those emails. So if we can help you, we would love to. But until next video, you guys enjoy your week. And we will see you very soon.
See you guys.